What's up? What is happening is Thursday night. Do you know where your knives are? I don't. Oh, wait. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. And when I say literally everywhere, ooh, all right. Are we alive? Are we good? Are we on? Does this thing work? Oh, here we are. Still feel a little flustery, but I'm settling. This week has been the beginning of the settle after the storm of the summer. Summer was fun. Summer was fast. What were your highlights? What was your excitement? What trips did you go on? What was your accomplishments this summer? If I were to say I was trying to make the summer fly by and happen in feel like 2 days total, then I succeeded. Which is good. I mean, I guess if time's flying, you must be having fun. I know that when I've had, back when I had my tooth problem and it hurt, time seems to stand still, just hurts, and you're just sitting there and all night you can't sleep, and my time is just. And summer just flew by. Had a blast. Lots of trips, lots of fun, lots of good things, lots of knives. And now we're settling in. Kids are heading back to school if they haven't already. You got some kids in school? I have no kids. I have some nephews. My sister has a couple of boys. They are, I believe, have just gone back to school. I guess I don't know for sure. I think their first day was this week. Oh my God. I haven't seen them it's been a couple of weeks now, I guess. Last couple of weeks have been going by fast. State Fair was no joke. Crushed it. Minnesota State Fair is awesome. Had a good time. If you want to kind of see what it's about, I did walk around live on Thursday a couple of weeks ago. I guess I don't even think I changed the thumbnail or anything to try to help. Yeah, No thumbnail at all. Brilliant. Which is fine. We're doing our thing, right? You only got so many moments in the day, and they get by. They go quick. Most recent news, I had a plumbing issue in the house here. I live in a house, and I have roots. There's a big tree in the front yard, and if every couple of years you don't go and clear out your drain, the roots start to collect, and they built up, and I did some laundry, went to take a shower, got out of the shower, went downstairs to check on said laundry, and had flooded part of the basement. It's an unfinished concrete floor basement, and there's basically just stuff stored down there. Nothing was damaged. I mean, it just is wet, so then it still kind of feels a little musty or whatever in there. I got a dehumidifier or whatever I can put down there and run and kind of clean it up. But no damage, no loss, no issues other than, my drain was now clogged and I could not. I was like, okay, well, I'm not flushing the toilet tonight or running the sink or anything like that. So luckily I didn't have any major tummy issues in the night or anything like that. And went to work. I got a hold of a friend who actually works in the business, and he had a clearing or an opening this afternoon, so came over, ran the snake through there, hit the roots, got rid of the roots, did a great job, and now we're back in business. But yeah, just like that, you never know if some things like that happen. If you do own a house and you haven't cleaned out your drain in a while, maybe consider, I guess if you don't have any trees, because that's my main issue. Is there's a huge tree in the front yard, and I hate it. The squirrels, it drops sticks all the time. I hate it. I'd love it to be gone, but it's a big tree. It's expensive. Sounds like yeah. Lucky for me, Paul, there wasn't any mess because it was starting to build up. It never flooded. There was never an issue, but it was getting there, right? And then I washed the load of laundry and took a shower. So like all the water that wasn't going down the drain was basically the shower. So my filthiness could have been worse. Could have been a toilet flush, and then So ultimately, they came and they ran it. He did hit some roots, but it was a clean job. Nothing came up. He got all the way through. It's like a 67-foot run to the city sewer line. So it's a pretty long push from the house. Anyway, enough of that, right? Does anybody ever see this movie before? Anybody ever see this movie? Well, we're going to watch it tonight together. Yay. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. We're going to start winding into the fall here and getting really ramped up. A lot of things on the schedule. I'm kind of making a schedule for myself. This weekend alone, I have a lot of plans. Nothing major or nothing's really going on. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be making videos. I'm going to be redoing some stuff. I got another wall mount that I'm going to put up and get this light that's on this stand up and out and kind of rearrange a little bit. I did get the shelves. I don't know if anyone saw in my live, like the 2 shelves I got from Kevin. Right there. We kind of loaded those up during that live a few days ago. Nothing's total. Nothing's final. We're still situated, and I got stuff all over the place. I got to finish Fred's knives. I got to pack up Mo Patty's knives, and then I got you, Paul. And yeah, and then I gotta finish reviewing all of Kevin Smith and Knives. Kevin Smith and Knives. That sounds right. Okay. Not quite, Paul. I mean, you dirty dog. Okay, 10 years ago, your sewer line collapsed, and you had to replace the city line, which is $40. Yeah, we talked about that. He's like, how it can just collapse, and then that just becomes a mess, because now you have to dig like a 10-foot trench and put a new one in. Ugh. Doesn't sound fun, Steve. What's going on, by the way, bud? And Lanyard Man, Brian Dixon, Ralph Robertson. What's up? Matt Maurer, Mark. Gabe is carrying a Benchmade, all Benchmade for the first time in your life. Is there 1, 2, 3? Give us the list. All Benchmade. What's up, Clint? All the cool rowdy crowd is in here tonight. Brian, or did I say that already? I'm already forgetful. 9 Finger Knives, Joe K and Henry G. So yeah, it's here we are. I am definitely excited because I am going to be really getting going on the handle project and a lot of the projects at home. I've got stuff scheduled to finish up my anodizing. And my buddy Craig found this at the state fair. Check it out. Anybody recognize know what this is? So yeah, my buddy Craig, we were at the fair, and you get split up, you're running around or whatever, and he sends a text. He's like, dude, I just found a knife. And he found this. Nobody around, kind of hung out. Like, all right, well, boom. It's a little beat up. It's a little dirty. It is stiff. You can see the blade's got some wear on it. The K-bar. Not bad, huh? So I told him I hadn't reviewed one of these yet. Does it say right on the blade there too? Gozer design. So he's like, yeah, it's kind of beat up stuff. And I said, well, give it to me. I'll take it apart, clean it up, sharpen it up, get it in good shape, and then I'm going to give it back to him. So I'll make a little review for that as well. Seemed to be a name missing from your list of people's knives to finish videos on. Oh, Lanyard Man, you're done. You're done. This one, filmed. Filmed. Posted? No. Filmed. Am I keeping this? No. I'll mail it. I'll mail it. But yeah, absolute treat. Absolute treat. So yeah, Lanyard Man especially. But I have nothing to film of Lanyard Man's. I just have to ship him stuff back. Mini in the fifth pocket with the regular in the pocket. Jay Korskadin says, "Was anyone else have a glitch in the audio? Good cue. Do we? And what kind of glitch do you speak of?" Anyone else have a glitch in the audio? Good cue. Do we? Did I hear a... I'm hearing a... like an echo. Yeah, I hear double audio. And some pops. Like an echo. When it talks, when I talk, I glitch. I'm noticing that now too. Yeah, I hear double audio. Oh, my audio sounds terrible in my ear right now. Okay, can you hear me right now? Why am I getting a back? Anybody else hearing it like it? All right, I turned that off. I don't hear the echo anymore. But this microphone sounds weird. I don't want to... Okay. I'm getting feedback from something, yeah. It's kind of strange. Okay, what if I do this? Okay. I just made a change. Is it ruined or better or the same? We shall find out in a moment. It sounds like I'm I'm getting this. It's no different. What is going on with... Is it positive feedback? Alright, what if I go to this one? Alright, microphone. I just switched mics again. And I turned off. There should only be one mic on. And that's not even on. It's still kind of doing it. Apologize, kids. What a great time we're having, huh? Okay, so that works. There we are. Going in. Open this up. Huh. It's like it's... Radio check. Not as bad. But bad is bad. Me? Sometimes see, that sounds crystal clear. And then we come in here and it's all weird. All right. Let me know if it's good enough. Okay, cancel. What is this? Otherwise, we could just sit here all day and mess around with it. I'm not sure what... Everything's the same. I have a couple microphones switched back and forth. They both were doing the same kind of thing. You folks know I want to always provide as good of a quality as I possibly can, and sound and video not good doesn't make me happy. Okay, well, I don't know. Without shutting down, nobody wants to do that. What were we talking about? I forgot. How far back did we go? Ugh, my bad. Jay, does it sound any different now than it did then? And will I even see that in the chat when I get to it? Okay, who else did I miss? I saw a couple people. Justin popped in. SC Knife Monkey, what's up? Cliff brought. Matt Maurer. Fred's here. How's it going, Fred? I'll get everything filmed and shipped out this weekend for sure. I have a plan for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it involves lots of stuff here at the house. I'm probably going to grill out and do a few things around home, but then also work on a bunch of stuff for the channel. I'm excited to get it rolling on it. I kind of made a list. Can I do a vertical with my phone? I can. I just got the Concept Hazard and it's absolutely incredible. I can't remember right off. And because my brain hazard. Oh, yeah. I got to mess around with one of those in Atlanta. My volume is wacky. I can turn it up. I'll turn it up a little bit, but I was trying to counter this weird I don't know why it's what's making it clip. It's almost like I have like a noise gate or something on that's like kicking in. Oops, that's a mute. That won't help. I'll do my best. I do my best. Does it really sound like that on air though? Alright, we're gonna make a silly loop for a second. I'm gonna talk. Oh! That's not gonna make a difference. Do I have metal near the mic? No, the mics are on the cameras. They're right here. Did this make a difference though? Okay, hold on. It did. Okay, I think we got it. Sounds pretty good now if you ask me. Yep, so I was getting feedback, like a feedback loop because I had dumb. All right, it sounds totally clear to me right now. I always have metal near the mic though, bro, Justin. I had the volume on the replay up here that I always kind of check and see where it's at, and the volume was on, but the volume for the see, yeah, because now it's not doing that there. That makes sense. So now I can take this. Check, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got to make sure I know the position. See, I even saw that, but I couldn't figure out why. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Sometimes I feel like a nut. I rarely don't. What do I win? What did you win? You didn't guess. You win, Justin. You are a winner. I had the volume on, or did you say that too? I was getting a feedback loop, basically, is what was happening. I sound Midwestern as usual. Well, thank you. How long did that waste? Is it 9 o'clock yet? Just eager to get out of here? No, that's not true. I literally love doing this. The 3 hours goes by so fast. So, I don't remember who said that they got this. I apologize. Hi, Stacy. What's up, girl? But the Hazard K, I messed around with one of these in Atlanta. Did anybody else? It is weird. Do I have a video of it? I don't remember, because in a way it's kind of this thing right here is a wackadoodle little thing, because from where you see the plus sign here, from right here it folds, it like goes out, and that's what unlocks the blade. So when you're squeezing, that can't open up, so the blade's locked, but then you swing it, it's like you kind of give it a, I don't know, in a way like a balisong type of a thing, because you got to kind of swing. Is there a video on it? I wonder, did I make a short on that? I don't think I did. Or maybe I did. Anybody remember? Or you know what it probably was? I probably didn't make a short on it, but during one of the live streams in Atlanta, I was probably playing with one. And so I was filming it. That's why I remember the filming part. I'm kind of scrolling through here quick to see. Here, I'll let you look at the screen grab instead. What's up, J1 Doobie? How's it going, Thomas? So yeah, who's the one who picked one of these up? And which one did you get? Their version of a balisong, but not really. Yeah, not really. It's different. It's definitely different. Wow, we're going back quite a ways. Time. Oh, how long ago was it now? What are we in? September. I thought I could just scroll back real quick, but we are in the depths. I don't see one. So probably it must have just been during one of the live streams that I messed with one. But these are pretty cool. Kind of a fun, weird design. As I said, this part here swings out and then allows the blade to drop. And so you basically have to let go of the entire handle, and you're only holding on to this little 2-inch bar section. And then the entire knife basically swings. So you're holding on to that bar section. I don't know why I'm holding a screwdriver to show that. So like if the bar section is right here and the blade is open, you swing everything out like that, and then that loosens it. And so then once it's there, then when you go to swing it back shut and it's coming down with the bar, the blade shuts and the bar pops back in. It's cool. It's very cool. What's up, Donnie, Dylan? We got some serious knife makers in the house here. How are you guys doing today? This ABW is sweet. Who picked up the ABW Slippy? That thing is really nice too. I handled several people's. They are great. Were those only available at the Blade Show, or were those also available somewhere else? Very cool knife. That's from Kevin Smith and Knives. This is the one that, this is the Nick Fury. Stupid gas station knife from my coworker Nick. Big guy on campus. He found these up at some cool little place when he was on a trip with his family. It's good on my end, Donnie. Just going through, daily stuff, trying to get back in the swing of things, and then my plumbing backed up. Long story short, I already told, but I was doing laundry. I took a shower. I go downstairs to check laundry and flooded half the basement. It's an unfinished basement, so no damage, just water. Didn't get on anything. Everything's kind of on shelves and stuff, and so it's safe. But pain in the ass, and I had to have a plumber out today and snake the drain, the pipe, and I have roots. But it's good. I'm good. We're doing good. I saw Donnie you posted some backspacers or something. I didn't really have a chance. I was kind of looking and distracted. at work today. But yeah, it looks like Donnie's working on some new stuff. You just had to snake your drain as well. Yeah, every year or two. Any house, if you have any type of growth with trees and roots and things. This place, I've lived here over 10 years and we've probably done it four times. I think probably every 2 years we should do it. Because it's been a little more than 2.5 and we hadn't done it, which was my bad. And, well, got a little back up. Isn't that a sweet ABW? I wish this was mine to keep. It's not. This is Kevin's. Can you see the milling on the blade? There you go. Super cool stuff. Plumbing does suck though. Been waiting 3 weeks on lapping paste to finish these 5 folders. Time loss is killing me. Lapping paste. Tell me more. What y'all know about lapping paste? Oh, so Donnie, I totally forgot too. Yeah. Donnie and I were talking about having him join me on live. We still got to do that, Donnie. Then we could talk about lapping paste. You could tell us all about it. It's been busy. You love the step milling on the ABWs, says Robin. Agreed. Dylan's main drain got backed up from grease and harsh water. You had to replace the pipe too? Ugh. Lapping the pivot hole and the blade to size and polishes at the same time. Cool. Donnie, I didn't ignore you, or I guess we didn't really message each other or anything, but I did get caught up in stuff, and then literally with my drain getting clogged and having the plumber here today, I got completely sidetracked and didn't think about it. But I was planning on having Donnie on the live. We can still do it. We're going to do it next week. Laid Off Pete sent me this knife. Pretty cool little real steel. You do it all yourself? Do you guys have mine, the clear out that they ran, he put a 6-inch hook on the end and had to send it 70 feet. My run out is 67 feet to the drain, to the city drain. 3/4 stop. And so, yeah, Donnie, you have a snake. What length? Oh, here we go. Donnie. How long a snake you got there? If you do all the work yourself, a 60-footer. You rented it. That makes sense. Although I know a few years ago when they did it, we had a major clog, and it got stuck. They were going in and coming back and had all these roots, and then they had to send down a smaller one to try to unclog the longer one or the bigger one. Not the length, but the girth, right? But this time, he had a new machine, and like I said, put the 6-inch claw in there, and it went through. He did catch roots several times, and then they do this little move to kind of go at it, bring it back, send it back, and kind of cut through them. But he pushed all the way through out to the city, and boom. Now we're money. But that distracted me. I was going to take, I did take a shower, I guess, but I was going to take a shower. Well, yeah, whatever. I took one today. I'm clean. As soon as they were done, I was like, all right, let's go wash some dishes. Go to the bathroom, take a shower, all the normal things in life, that plumbing that you don't realize are super critical and great to have on a regular basis. Running water, pretty awesome. What's barbed? Oh, the tip? It's like something from Tremors, right? Oh my god. So it is nice to just chill, but it's been a day. I didn't sleep well. Worried about the thing. Worried I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. I made it. We made it. You don't want to know, Dan. And now we fixed my audio. Yeah, audio sounds good. That's nice that I cleared that up. Well, you knew it had to be something simple because it was just as dumb as like just not. I always kind of pull up the video up here to kind of see so you can tell like what is actually broadcasting. Is that the word? Eagle Scout, what's up? The ABW Model 1 is your grail. Dude, this is a heck of a grail, bro. The action is just... The button, there's no... Like, you don't... Like, you know, sometimes people have the urge, or like you push the button on a button lock and you just want to go like this and swing it shut, you know, like you push and you're like, go, boom, you know? This one, it's just, you just push the button. Just push the button and it just drops. Just, yep. If you're at the right angle. But when you stand there just like this, just boom, boom. As soon as the button engages, it just drops down really, really nice. Just feels great. And that step milling is gorgeous on the blade, that magnet cut with those lines, right? Really, I like the lines on the titanium as well. Button is smooth, doesn't stick out. Yeah, this milling is great all across there. I'm sorry, it's shiny. There you go. Feels so good in the hand. And then the choke up spot, also nice. I like the little ramped up jumps right here. Just a nice simple boom. Excellent stuff. Mike gave you number 1 of this knife. Sold. When did these come out? Is it live or Memorex? It's VHS. Should we do it? Maybe we'll look at this first. The HX Outdoors. Did you guys watch the video on this? So this is their bushcrafting whacking. Look at that. Look at that butt end. Pool Hall Junkies? I think I've seen that. That sounds... Who's in that? Dylan Mallory, all ready for some football. Dum, 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 dum. What's anyone know about this butt end, though, for just meat tenderizing? Right? That's just some nasty stuff right there, huh? It's like... This should do, you know, I could put a big old dent in the table with that, and it would just put squared up. Christopher Walken. Chaz Palminteri. So this is the HX Outdoors. What's everyone feel about the HX Outdoors? They've sent me a couple of knives now. The other one they sent was this one here. The Rock Sapphire D2 and titanium. I plan on anodizing it at one point, but the deal is I have projects of other people's that I need to anodize that I haven't been able to anodize because I don't have the access to the equipment in the building at work anymore. Blah, blah, blah. It's been a year. Here we are. But I do plan on anodizing this at some point. But there's about 5 or 6 knives in front of it. Well, 2 or 3 are other people's. The rest are mine. Robin No Affleck. Justin's checking one of these out. Zero magnetic, goes through metal detectors. Yeah. What was the one thing that people, there's one lady, she was selling, they were bones, like carved bones, like rib bones for putting in your purse or whatever and taking, because they don't go through a metal detector if you want to continue to protect yourself or have something. I don't know. I don't recommend flying with any of these things or going anywhere or, you know. Let's check it out, though. Yeah. What's the blade made out of? Oops. Hold on. Who's sending you one of those? $350. What's the blade steel? Stainless? What? This can't be right. It's a stainless blade. Yeah, Justin, the one you linked. Doesn't really say anything about that. Made out of pixie dust, hope, and dreams. Wait. Renee. Teravanthium. What's made out of teravanthium? Drop point alloy teravanthium. And then the handle is titanium. $350. Interesting. 100% rust proof, says Dylan. I made a push dagger out of micarta. Right? Snail Trail Dale. There you go. That one will get through the... It's like dendritic cobalt, says Donnie. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard anything about it. Who's sending that, Justin? So I want to beat the crap out of this. If you watch my video, if you watch the live stream, I did use the old Spark and Arc, and I did it back here like this, and it made sparks about this big. You can see the image in the video from this today. But it's got that strike section right there on the back, so it's got a sharper edge. Just knocked down up here and here, so it feels good in the hand, but you do have that spot for striking your ferro rod. Does have a nice choke up. It feels good. I dig this knife. I'm going to go out and we're going to beat on it. HX Outdoors sent this to me to review and test. So we're going to do it. So I don't know if we'll do it during a live or what, but I'm looking for suggestions. People want me to split some wood with it. You want me to shave some sticks, what do you want me to hit with this thing here? Should we try to start a fire without using any matches? And all of the above. We'll test it out. We'll put it through the ringers. They sent it to me, but I'm going to give the full honest review. So in order to give an honest review on something like this that's designed for the outdoors and the wilderness, I think we need to take it out and do it. And I'm excited to try it out. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, what it's going to do. But thanks HX Outdoors for sending it to me to check out. And I plan to put it through the ringer and we'll see what it's all about. I definitely do like going out camping, hunting, bushcrafting, stuff like that. In some situations, you want to have, a really nice knife. But then there's going to be some situations where maybe you really want to beat on something and do some hard work where you wouldn't take your nicer knife for something. You're like, oh, I need something I just really want to beat. And maybe that's it. Projectiles are sharp. What is up? It says chop down a small tree with it. We'll see. We'll see. If there is a tree that deserves me destroying it, dog's bugging you for a walk. Have a great evening, Robin. Get that dog out moving. Loving it, Dylan. Still loving it. This is Dylan's design. What is the CJRB? Or what is that one now? What's the other one, Dylan, that's out recently? What's the name of that? Come on. I'm gonna cut my palm. I need the clip. Maybe not. Have I not done this with this one? That front flipper works great like that. I have weak hands. Drama. I saw another video on that, or it was a short on that today. Nice looking knife, bud. Check out Dylan's stuff. Very cool. Video on that coming soon. All right. I have already recorded the video for this. It is done. I'm gonna basically ship it off this weekend, tomorrow or Saturday. But I love this thing. This is choice. Also, the really cool Jack Wolf VHS that they've been doing with some of these things. I dig it. All right. Kenman here. Bada bing, bada boom. Today, the Jack Wolf Knives presents on VHS. Out of focus. Let's be focused there. The Collusion. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, Brown Sugar? Kevin Smith and Knives. You just got all moved into the lake house? Excellent, bud. Glad you got it all taken care of. Now you can kind of get settled in there, get relaxed, get comfy. New positive things, right? How are you doing, Brown Sugar? So, the Jack Wolf collab, Jacob Creates. Did I say that right? Jacob Creates? I apologize, Jacob. And Jack Wolf Knives. Anybody pick one of these up yet? Oh, I love the old school VHS. This is just classic. Just wonderful stuff. Keep it nice and fresh, so when I pass it on to the next person, they have it just as new. All right, we're gonna do this just for this. Oof. Woo-wee. Fook. Have you been in here and I didn't notice because I'm a terrible? What's up, my man, Fook? Or did I say that? Deja vu? I feel like I'm having deja vu right now. Jack Wolf Collusion Fixed Blade in the house. All right, what do we got right here? We're going to set the box on the floor. We have the Collusion with an S90V and red abalone. This red abalone is awesome. So that's not natural. The abalone is a snail type of creature that has a big shell across the back. And the shell is not naturally this color. They have gone and put a red backing on there. You can see the full tang on that S90V, and then the red piece, and then the abalone shell is cut thin and has kind of a translucence. So you really get to see that red make it pop through there. The normal color of abalone is as closely or more closely to this. There is a blue backing on here, but if you look at a normal abalone shell, it's going to be very similar to this, with these whites and greens and blues and kind of golds with that shimmery stuff going on. I'm sorry, focus. This is the gateway. Whoop. Gateway is fantastic. Really enjoying this one here. Boom. And so this is the red.
Kevin Smith and Knives became a member. Kevin Smith and Knives celebrates 8 months of membership. What a helly.
What a helly. Kevin Smith and Knives member at the D2. He said gas station. D2. Thank you, Kevin Smith and Knives. 8 months at the D2, showing off these beautiful shelves. Look at the Kevin Smith and Knives shelves. Hold on. Bam, bam, and bing. Bing, bang, boom. Oh, they're sick. Tell me those don't look great. I still want to rearrange and kind of move some stuff, but here, let me sit in the middle.
Fookaydoo Osler became a member. Fookaydoo Osler celebrates 16 months of membership. Oh, I get a milestone today too? Snail Trail Dale became a member. Snail Trail Dale celebrates 7 months of membership. I need that. What's the length?
Fookaydoo Osler. Two. All right. Okay. I need that. What's the length? Okay. We're caught up here. I don't like to talk over the top of them, but yeah, Kevin Smith and Knives, 8 months. What the helly? We got Fook Doozle, my man, #1 in the house. Fook Doozle at 16 months, which means we've been doing live streams with memberships for at least 16 months. How about that? Thank you, Fook Doozle, as well. Snail Trail Dale, member for 7 months.
Alex Kerber became a member. Alex Kerber celebrates 4 months of membership. Squirrel.
Squirrel. So yeah, Fook Doozle got the milestone today too, and then Snail Trail Dale at 7 months. I need that. What's the length? I'm assuming you're talking about the new Collusion. We'll get to measurements out here in a second. It's like the perfect, like, smaller carry. What is it, like 7 total length? Hold on, let me go through the rest of these quick. Kevin Smith and Knives gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Kevin, for those. Very nice of you. Who got them? Hey, it's the Johnsons. Great, they've been here a lot lately. Crewwear is the best. Cool. Rob's Dirty Knives. Rob's been a member before. We got Roger Baker. And then Gina from Gina's Reefs. Right on. Thank you, Kevin, for sending those 5 gift memberships out. That's really cool. And then Alex Kerber, a member for 4 months at the gas station with a big old squirrel. We have squirrels. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. If they ever turn that JW Fixie into a folder, I'd be such a dirty boy. What's up, Grateful? That's how I heard it in my head. Right on. Thanks, Kevin, Smith, and Knives. What's up, Grateful Dong? How you doing tonight? Okay, so measurements on this thing, the collusion. Look at it in my hand. I have a larger hand. Without the lanyard on there, my pinky sits on this back spot and almost may fall off a little bit, although the lanyard kind of keeps it in that spot. No choke up. You just got this little section here, but boom, you get in there like that, and it is solid. I have a full grip. Thumb sits on there really, really well. Index finger out and middle finger on that spot, and my index finger, I got long hands, it gets out there. This thing is sick. This is a great kind of daily carrying size fixed blade. 6 5/8. I'm sorry I can't zoom in with the features I've got set up right now. I need to fix that. But yeah, 6 5/8 end to end. Not super big, but not tiny either. You know, this is a really manageable working size. I could put it next to something that people probably are familiar with the size of, the old DD. I don't know if you guys know the dude who makes these. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's almost the same size as the Dust Devil. KC's knife looks like is a little bit longer with this lanyard loop, and then the blade looks like the tip is just a little bit longer, so the Dust Devil might be just like a fraction larger. But really they're almost exactly the same size. So if you've got one of those and you know about how that's gonna check out. Super cool stuff. Comes with this nice sheath. Hasn't even really been used. With the pass around, we don't really carry the knives or put them through much use since they're still brand new, and so whoever ends up getting it at the end, you want them to have it to be pristine and have people be able to do reviews with a new product. So I don't really jam that knife. I would say you probably would put her in there almost up to like there. So it'd look about like that. But since I'm going to be passing along, I'm not going to stretch that thing out at all. Nice little clip on there. These do feel nice in the pocket from what I've heard. People are pretty happy with them. It is a well-made sheath. I like the white stitching accent. Pretty cool. What do we think? So when you put these in, like if I did it this way for a while, could I put it the other way, or is this going to stretch to fit that exactly the way that sits in there, so you really only want to do it one direction, or maybe not? What do you guys think? I love the way the abalone pops with that red underneath there. It gives it that kind of the dark and the lights, the pinks, kind of this orange kind of gold kind of thing happening. I don't know if that's happening in like the green or the blue, because you got things like this, and you see how like here we've got some blues and some greens. So is it this green? I would think that like that green section there is the section in here that we're getting this kind of orange, but I'm not really sure. The grip on this, isn't that sweet, Dave? Nice little abalone piece, and look at the size. As far as like a fixed blade, if you were carrying this in your pocket, boom, not too large. This could be easily a daily carry size. If I put it next to some of my other ones, like the auxiliary manufacturing is a little bit smaller. Handle's actually about the same size and obviously thicker. Blade might be a little bit shorter on that auxiliary. Where is that other? Thought I left those out. I have knives all over the place. We can go like that. There's the Dust Devil. Milita is definitely a larger knife. This is like a more full size. You can kind of see it next to that. It's a smaller offering. Here we put it next to the Buck 119. We can just hide it completely underneath there. Probably hide it almost completely underneath the blade alone. The Buck 119 is a 6-inch blade. But which one to use? All of them, Dave? The Trekell? Looks like it's similar in size to the Trekell. This is the Collusion, Dave. Jack Wolf Collusion. I back up. So they have a blue linen micarta, Kieranite purple wave. This is the red abalone, titanium, and then a copper marble. Ooh. Look at, the titanium's got the grooves on it. Can I make that bigger? No. A little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Those are sweet. Buck 119 is a classic, Steve. Definitely one of my favorites. Which Collusion would you get if you were going to get one between the 5? That titanium one is sweet. The marbled carbon fiber seems to be popular lately. Kieranite. That looks pretty cool. Actually, it looks more blue on one screen and more purple on the other. How does it look on your screen? Purple or blue? On my 2 screens, one's purple, one's blue. I need to adjust the tint. So yeah. S90V, very nice looking. We can actually look at a real one rather than that. Boom. I think though, as far as fixed blades go, obviously not out camping, bushcrafting like with this big boy here. Might as well get this one out too since we're fixed blading it right now. So yeah, you want to beat on some stuff and do some bushwhacking and some heavy duty stuff. You'd use something more like that or the Buck. And if you want one that's just a daily carry for some general use, nice hollow grind on there. The point is really cool. Feels great in the hand. I mentioned in the videos, like, is this I would say this is more of a Wharncliffe and not a sheep's foot. I kind of say the sheep's foots would be the ones that have a little bit of a curve on the bottom, and then the Wharncliffe's kind of more boom angular with a flat edge. Again, am I right? Yeah. Other people could be right as well. What do you think? I need to carry this again. Lately, I've been carrying many different knives. I usually carry at least 2. But yeah, this is a great 5th pocket, the Gateway. I'll probably get that carried the next couple days. We need to work on Craig's new knife, the K-bar, the beat up used K-bar, the Dozer. Looks like you can swap the clip. Basically just going to clean this thing up, wipe it down, sharpen it up, give it back to my buddy. So we'll look forward to doing that. Ooh, I got to post the video on this wild one. Is this a Spyderco? God, look at this focus. Are you kidding me right now? Why? Right here. I'm right here. There's stuff here. There's stuff here. There's nothing here. But you're focused there. Why? Tell me. So yeah, this looks like a Benchmade, huh? But it also looks like a Spyderco, huh? First production. This was a gift from Anything Emerson Waved. And I got it, I set it next to something and then ended up not making the video on it. So I'm going to make the video on this one this weekend. But this was a first production collab. I can't even remember what it's called. But yeah, straight up Benchmade Spyderco with serrated edge. Hilarious. Look forward to talking about the history and the design on that thing. It's kind of neat. You're kind of neat. Alrighty. So we got some fixed blades in the house. It's not even all of them. I mean, why wouldn't we have the Sea Fox on the table, Kenman? I haven't posted the chipmunk video either, Fook. Soon. Very soon. Is that on my list? I'm almost 99% sure. That it's on there, but I just wrote it on the top again. But yeah, that's incoming soon. The old Sea Fox. This thing just feels great. Donnie, you ever make fixed blades? Not enough challenge for you, Donnie? I mean, because you do such a good job making the folders. Why would you waste time on a silly fixed blade? That's old school Benchmade AT. That might be right, but it is an old school. What was it? The Benchmade collab or whatever. First production. Doesn't say anything else on there, does it? I got it in my notes. I can't remember. You finally let the Ripley out of my grasp? No, it's still right here. I made the video. Donnie, what blade steels do you mostly use? Do you only use like a couple, or do you have a preference? That is sick. But yeah, Donnie, have you made some fixed blades? You do make fixies once in a while. It's still fun, right? Gotta have a cool fixed blade every once in a while. Yeah, I still have it. He knows. He knows. We were talking about it before. You must not have been in here yet. I don't want to let it go. But yeah, Donnie, what steels do you like using then? Do you use the same steels for fixed blade that you would use for your folders, or you just... It's on its way to Dylan so you can have a sword. Dude, the thing is huge. It's an absolute beast. Just a pig. I only use air hardening steels, mostly stainless, things like Crewware, 3V, etc. So you do use different stuff. What was this again? What did I say it was? I can't remember. I think you told me already and I said. What was this one? Oh, that's hilarious. Boom. Dylan likes the 3V. God, it's just so nice. So incredible. CPM 154 MagnaCut S90V Crew Wear 3V. The lefty is Crew Wear. Yes. Yes. 65 HRC. Ooh. That's... How much practice did you have to do for that to kind of get good at getting that consistent? Is that something that's, if as long as you set it up and do it right, it's not really that hard to do, or is it something that really takes a lot of trial and error and practice and learning and failing? Hey, it's the Johnsons. Love that 3V. We'll have to talk more about this. Donnie, I'm going to get you on. If we'll talk about it in some messaging, and if next week works for you, we'll do it next week. If you need a couple of weeks or whatever, but let's plan on that, and let's run it down, and then we'll schedule. I want to get myself out there. I'd like to get out there, watch you make some stuff, make some content, get in some trouble. It's only like what, 6 hours away. And Donnie, you should post some more. Grateful says post some more Fixie photos. I totally agree. Take a couple pics of some stuff that you've had, or take some old ones, get them up on your, or update. Maybe we just need to dig through the archives of your Instagram. Maybe. Game anytime. Excellent. Could have done it today. Yeah. Scatterbrained, flustered, all over the place. I have plumbing again. Yes. No doubt about it. I'm excited for that. Sheriff's not out. We need to get the sheriff back. Something about these smaller ones. Yeah, you should repost some old stuff. For sure, if you got pictures. Dude. Tell me that's not a great knife. The Sheriff? 154 cm razor right there. Just a big old beastly kind of micarta handle. Bought this right from Mr. Sheriff himself at the Midwest Knife Makers Guild. Sometimes knives like this, I want to carry these more. These like fixed blades, the smaller ones, the daily carry types. Don't I have a couple more? I feel like I do. The Quaken. Kubi Quaken. I like this one quite a bit. It's like a steak knife though, which is nothing wrong with that, but it kind of has that steak knifey. What is this one? 14C. I like the Ultim on it though. Alright, let's get that one there. Ooh, careful now. Careful now. Alright, more fixies. I know I have them. I know I have them. The new Rosecraft, is this the F1 or the 2? I can't remember. F1. I'm pretty happy with this one too. Not sure if you can share live, but sent you some pics, vids. Dylan's off to watch football. Take care, Dylan. Kevin Smith and Knives has a Kubi Quaken you want off a lefty. Which handle you got? All right. Look at this chunky boy from Paul Might. Oof. That is dope. What is that? Anybody know what that one on the top is? That's sick. Sick. So this is some stuff from Donnie. Nice looking. That looks like just a kitchen user. Like I cut steaks with that all day long. Ooh. I like that ramped up inverted poon. Maybe. What's the handle material on that one? That black one. And this red one. That looks cool. See, that's something that it's like, I'd use that as like a dinner, like a steak knife, like anytime. Anytime. Ooh, what's going on inside of here? You make the sheaths too then, bud? Not up to current standards, but still looking good. That's fun. And with where your standards are, I bet you the new ones are sick. G10 and rubber layered. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. Ooh. That's got a nice beefy kind of look to it. Ooh, that secondary grind out on the tip. That's fun. Donnie makes some cool stuff. What in the Dirk Diggler? My God. How big is this pig, bro? Bro. How many of these do you make? Bro. Damn, Donnie. Whoa. Okay. Now that's what's up, bro. Oh, look at the jips. Thick handle. Beefy. Warny. That's what's up. That's what's up. 15-inch blade on the Dirks. Bro, that's a pig. That's an absolute beast. Did you just make one of those? Have you made a few? You sell any ever? Or you just... That's just wild. How many hours into that? Sick. This is the only hollow grind you've done? Well, it looks pretty awesome. And the tip, with the tip going way out there, that's just got to make it even more difficult. You could have chopped her off here and had just a standard kind of blade, but you're like, oh no, we're going to send it all the way up. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? That is sick. Do you still have this one, Donnie? Woof. Gnarly. Gnarly. Made the toothpick for a contest. Then it broke. Still have it. Need to redo it. So the handle broke off or you broke the tip? The handle? Absolutely gorgeous. Incredible. Grateful Dong would be honored, he says. He would be honored to have it. Okay. I know I got more fixed blades. Oh, look at that. Cans ball. This is my beater. This is the Bushcraftin beater. The Mora cans ball. This is one of the Moras that has a full tang. A lot of the Moras, like your basics and stuff, this is not full tang. So this one, the blade actually only goes to about there. So not quite as strong, but the cans ball and the what is it, Moorburg or Garberg or something like that. There's like two Moras that are full tang. This is one of them. So this is one that's not too expensive, that you can get in there and spine whack and actually beat on pretty good and feel okay about doing it. But if you're just doing some stuff around. Later, Dave. Thanks for swinging in, hanging out. See you soon, bud. But yeah, if you want to get a kid one of these or something, somebody that wants to just kind of do some carving and some stuff around the camp. And these are only like, it's depending, the basics, the Moras are between like $10 and $15. Really not that bad of a little fixed blade. Feels good in the hand. I have another one, I think it's in the kitchen, that I was using in the kitchen for quite a bit. And because it's like carbon or whatever, it's the blade's getting some oily kind of colors and kind of patina to it. Patina? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? All right, Fook, let's look it up. Pretty sure that it goes a lot further than the other ones. I can't remember where it was I saw that. Fook's like, I will wait. Because I had a couple different of the standard Moras. And I remember watching a video where they took one of these apart and the blade only goes to there. And they took apart a Can's ball and it went all the way to there. And I'm pretty sure it might go around that lanyard hole too. I wonder if I can find that. Anyone know where we could find a video on that? Fun little topic though. I think it was a YouTube video. This isn't it, but we're finding stuff. There you go. So you wouldn't really call that a full tang, would you? Come on. He's saying a full tang runs through the whole handle, partial, only partial. Again, yeah, so this wouldn't be full because it doesn't go all the way to the end. But they don't, I get, you know. God, I wonder what that video was. And he basically broke down that he liked the Garberg and the Can's ball were his favorite, and then he actually talked about why he liked one more, a little more than the other. Yeah, that's kind of more of a 2/3. It's definitely not the others, because all the cheap ones are all like this. where it's literally only that much. So in that aspect, it's better. And they are designed, you can do some more spine whacking on them, because instead of having this little half inch or maybe inch, I don't know, probably less than an inch, maybe an inch. About there. I mean, we're guessing. Less than an inch maybe. Versus going to about there, which is maybe... How far did that go? Let's look at that again. Shoot. Goes to about there. Oh, I'm sorry. So you're getting maybe almost 3 inches. 3 inches of handle or a blade inside the handle. So yeah, Fuchsdussel's genius. Someone was saying they could, I swear it was Maura Page was considering this a full tang, but that would be a lie. If it's stopping there, technically it should go all the way, right? Like that. Full tang, all the way to the back. Full tang, all the way. And the hole. That's what I thought this was more like this, where it had a piece that went all the way around, and then it had a hole in it like that. But here we are, incorrect. What's up, Paul Mills? How you doing? We're looking at fixed blades right now, definitely out of focus. Put them up a little bit here. I have a feeling that I'm not done. I think I have more. All the way, man. All the way. But it depends on what you're using it for. Because ultimately these... where did I set that one? Oh, right here. These do stop right there, but for a lot of stuff, I've done a lot of stuff with these, they work just fine. Yeah, you're not going to be doing a lot of crazy spine whacking and stuff, but that's when you need something like this, where it's thicker and beefier and has a big blunt end on it that's just designed for just pounding and beating. This one here. The newest one? How come you don't have this one out, Ken Man? Come on. What's going on here? All right, let's... We don't have these in a good order either. We've got some crazy stuff next to some inexpensive stuff, next to some wild wackadoozle stuff, next to a brand new stay under. Which one's your favorite on the table? And go. My favorite on the table is this one. What's up, Confetti? Fuchsdussel successfully derailed. Now we kind of got into this fixed blade thing, so that didn't really derail, although it makes me want, I wish I could show you the one video that I had, which apparently is a lie, but I wonder if they changed them, or, if the design... I hate, searches have been less and less productive lately. Now that you automatically get, I got rid of it on this computer But like the first one wants to prompt you like the AI reply that I just don't like. It bothers me. If you type exactly what you want, give me what I want. You know? It's like I was trying to get a sticker for the video I made today. It was like, I want to make an entire image into a sticker. Right? Well, so you say how to make a sticker on your phone, and it's like, oh, you click this, you have the picture, you highlight part of it, it'll select part of it, and you can turn that into a sticker. Well, I know that, but I want to turn the entire image into a sticker. I don't want to select part of it. And so then you type in, can you turn an entire image into a sticker on a Galaxy Ultra or whatever? And then it comes up, here's how to make a sticker. To take a sticker, you touch the picture and it highlights part of it, and it's like, no, that wasn't the question I asked. I want you to answer the question I asked. You know? Say no. You can't. You can highlight part and take that out, but you can't. Or you can. And I think you can. But I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. So I ended up editing it on my computer, which worked, but I should be able to just... Anybody know how to do that? I make a lot of stickers. All my like thumbnails and stuff, I make cool stickers and I edit and change some stuff, but it's like I just want to take an entire image and turn it into a sticker. Now you can take an entire image and copy it and then paste it into a photo like a sticker, but it isn't a sticker. It's actually, now you have to go into that image, copy it, then paste it in, versus I want to open up my stickers, grab the stickers I use all the time and use them. And I haven't been able to figure it out. AI is new. Let's baby it along. Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like the way it works. You know, the old chat was, or the old search engine wasn't AI. Let me just have it. Go back to Ask Jeeves. See, that's what bugs me. If it's so smart and it knows, you can't like change it. Like I went in and I was like, I'm gonna refine my question. You know, can I do this? And it doesn't answer that question. It's like, in order to make a sticker, you will do this. It's like, no. Can I turn an entire image into a sticker? Not just a highlighted area. And it will just answer incorrectly. And there was something else we were talking about with other things. It's not smart. It's smart, but it's not smart. And I don't know. I just feel like when you have... Because, you know, like, I remember the old chat, or the old... You'd look something up, and it would say, the search has come up with this, and then it would say, it omitted this word and this word, and it found it. You know, and it kind of tells you what it's omitting and stuff, and it's like, I want you to omit nothing. I want to put a literal search question, and I want you to take it for what it is. It's like, my friend had used to do a lot of hiking. And what's the warning on the left? Which one? The sheriff? Or the tree kill? Fourth down is the sheriff. This I got at Midwest Knife Makers Guild. This is a one-off. This was a chunk of 154 cm that Mr. Sheriff had that he... Ooh, hair. That he used to make this one-off little knife with this nice micarta handle, and I saw it and fell in love with it and picked it up. Super sharp too. So it's just fun, right? Crazy looking shape. It was very unique. He likes making fun stuff in his garage, and there it was. Yeah, my friend hikes all the big trails, like the Appalachian Trail and the Pacific Trail, and ran a canoe all the way down the Mississippi River, stuff like that. And had a channel, isn't really doing anything now, but the channel was called MN Hikings, as in Minnesota Hikings. MNHIKING, Minnesota Hikings, right? And when he was into it, I told him he needs to maybe consider changing his name, because when you would go in and do a search and you would look up Minnesota Hikings and type MN Hikings, all your search results would say MN Vikings, football, and Minnesota Vikings. Oh, Vikings quarterback this, MN Vikings that. And you didn't type Vikings, you typed Hikings. And it's literally giving you a different reply than what it is you're looking for. It's the operator of said tool. So in this case, Scott, when I go to Google and I type MN space HIKING, I am physically writing what I'm looking for that exists in the world. But it doesn't give you that. It gives you Minnesota Vikings. Because a million and millions and millions of people look up the Vikings, so they're assuming that I spelled it wrong when I didn't spell it wrong. And that's the problem with chat and AI stuff, is I spell it right and it still corrects me and thinks I'm trying to tell it something else, because it's really designed for people that are looking up the generic layman, all the people that don't know how to make a sticker on their phone want to know how to make a sticker. That's going to help them. I'm asking for something in-depth and tight and advanced. I word it advanced, and it still gives me the generic answer that isn't the wording that I gave it. And so that's just what bugs me. Like, if I'm literal, then you should be literal with your response. And if you don't have the exact response to the answer, then you say, I don't know, but if you only want to make a sticker, I could answer that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like the way it answers things, because it just gives you an answer even if the answer isn't the answer you're looking for or it isn't correct. Put the sheriff handle on the collusion, and I'm in love. It does feel really nice. It's ugly. This handle isn't the prettiest. It's just kind of a weird, roundy, turdy shape to it, but in your hands, it is fantastic. When I picked this thing up, I was like, okay. Maybe you can clarify to the search after the wrong response. Well, I was trying that today, Kong Fatty, and maybe I'm not smart enough. But to me, it's like when you keep clarifying and it's like, no, I'm looking for the full picture to be a sticker. Yeah. The sheriff is sick. And it's just a long, weird, curved dowel, basically. But it feels great. And in the hand, I just want to use this thing. This could be just like a daily use knife. And it's just sharp. Right? Well, it's just, see this curly? I've never sharpened this. I've had it for a year and a half. I cut 1,000 pieces of paper with it. I mean, yeah, I haven't really used it for much else. But he put a screaming edge on there that has been holding quite well. The length and the shape it's just wild. It's wild. This one is great. It does feel really good in the hand, and I do like the longer blade. Looks like the South Park character, Mr. Yeah, I don't know if this is the only one that exists. He might be at the Midwest Knife Makers Guild again. He lives, maybe an hour, half hour from me. I have his card. Should look him up. But I know I was talking to him. He said, yeah, I just had a small piece of 154 one day out in the garage and ended up here. And I dig it, dude. This thing is great. Just sweet. Very fun. Me too, says Kung Fatty. That might be the only one in the world. And 154 CM, do not a lot of fixed blade people use 154? Is there a reason for that? Or am I just not seeing fixed blades with 154? I have a lot of folders. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite kind of mid-budget kind of steels. I like the edge it holds. I like the ease of sharpening. I like the feel. They don't really they don't really rust on me. I'm in Minnesota. I don't, I clean and I keep my stuff pretty clean, but I don't really notice. Bids start at 1K. It's definitely not worth that. I mean, maybe. What are you up to today, Stacy? All right. What else did I want to do today? I need to look up some stuff. I need some ideas. I have not purchased much lately, which is fine. It's not like I kind of need to buy. I need to buy. What was the last knife I purchased? Might be the Civivi Guile. Was it this one? This is the Sean Ashmore. Piddling around here and there. I got some work to do in the basement still. Fred, back. What did I miss? We got on a tangent, Fred. I don't remember. We started talking about fixed blades. Started pulling out a bunch of fixies. I got into a rant about AI searching and looking stuff up on the internet and not finding what you want because AI is dumb. It's smart, but it's dumb. And, yeah, now I think we're starting to get close to fall. Is that my doorbell? What time is it? 7:44? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Nobody's out there. I swear. And I just get a ding dong ditch. Do nobody do that anymore? I'm not into fixies, so I didn't miss much. Oh, Fred. Yeah. To each their own. I'm into focus. God damn. There you go. A little bit better. Well, look here, Fred. This one's still in the house. Not for long, though. Not for long. Such an amazing knife. Such an amazing guy, that Donnie. Alright. Fixed blades. Get them out of here. I know I'm missing a couple, though. Poop knife. That's probably one of the more important fixed blades. It's got a steel core. Dishwasher safe. If you don't have a poop knife in your life, what are you? The original, the OG. Pop the Dart, 6th grade. Never getting rid of this bad boy. Never gonna give you up. I got rickrolled the other day. You got me good. Got me good. Got this one almost 20 years ago. This would be a good one for beating around the bush. The old SOG. What's this one called again? Seal Pup, right? Sog Seal Pup. Mr. Bless. Good old Donnie. I'm going to miss it really soon, which is sad face. But we need to get it to Lanyard, man. It's his. He needs to enjoy it. He's going to. I guarantee it. He's going to love that thing. He's going to sleep next to it, right in his pillow, like this. It's huge. That's a huge beer. Absolutely one of the coolest knives ever. Totally. All right. Where? I need to organize. That's part of my list for the weekend too. Is start reorganizing my world, my life, my shelves. I'm gonna go in here and revamp. Some of these shelves are taller or shorter than others. Some of my collections fill out most of a shelf, or the way that they split, there's an extra shelf ledge on this one versus this one. So I'm going to kind of move them around, rearrange them, reorganize. Should I do that live or do that on my own? What do we think about that? Is that something you'd want to hang out and do? Or is it something I should just do when I have the chance? Because that could take some time. And then also if I'm in a live, here's a fixed blade. If I'm in a live, then I get sidetracked and squirreled out pretty easy, and then it might take even longer. But that wouldn't be the worst, right? Oh, jeez. I mean, Mr. Eddie's not in here all that often. Where's Mr. Eddie been at lately? I got the Mr. Eddie Moon Patrol right here. I love these facets that he pounded in there. Super cool stuff. I need to get that one back down. And I got a Baltic Blades Angus, I think. That's a nice little small little fixie. You like that Zombie Killer Grateful? Okay. 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 AI is here to drive us crazy before it decides to turn on us. It's playing dumb right now. It's just, it only works for the dummies. And so it's kind of isolating the people that aren't like us, right? And then that will be the first ones it takes out. Could be. Could be. Does anyone have a dozer? Can you flick this thing out, or is it because it's got the lock back, it's just naturally stiff? Or will I be able to loosen that up a little? I know, I mean, it's a lock back. I get that. But the Cold Steel Finwolf, Exhibit A. Lock back, but this is a triad lock, but shoot, maybe my right hand. Oh my God. Boom, there you go. So lock back that I'm failing. I was doing it fine the other day. But see, you can flick that one out. So the Finwolf lock back is a flickable offense. The other one, this is the Tough Light. Another one from Cold Steel. Oh, I caught my boom. But that is the Triad lock, which is a back lock that can be flicked out. Not easy. This isn't a great box cutter. It gets some use, you can see. Definitely a really nice one. Now I'm on the hunt for the ever elusive Roxy 4. What's a Roxy 4? It's been here for a long time. It's getting we're building the infrastructure for it. You know, we're prepping. I mean, we've all seen Terminator, right? What's a Roxy 4, Grateful Dong? If I type Roxy 4, will I get an image or not? Roxy 4 knife? The Wii Roxy 4. Ooh. Bing. So Grateful Dong wants one of these. I can see why. It's gorgeous. Ooh, just a solid gray. I dig that. That is hot. Matrix story is after the Terminator story, both written by a woman that stole her books to create those. Ooh, now we're getting into it. Yeah. It's, you know, it's like we watch the movie, you see, you know, you're like, this seems like a bad idea. Should we keep doing it? Yeah. No, yeah. Glowing poop knife right here. Much larger than the Roxy 3. Do they have a Roxy 5? Maybe they're working on that. Okay, so I have questions. We can do some research. I should probably clear some of this, although I'm going to be rearranging pretty soon and shipping some stuff out. God, there's a bunch of stuff that's happening soon. We've got the pass around coming up. We've got too much for me to not squirrel myself all over the place. We have some serious stuff we're going to do with this thing. This is the one I really want to work on. So when we're out, we're going to be doing some bushcraft and some whacking and some outdoor stuff. We're definitely going to use these two and this one here. Some of these old collection pieces, I'm just going to let them stay collection pieces for now. This is a great cutter. But yeah, here, these 4, not this one. This one's going to get passed along in the next couple days. Headed off to, who am I sending it to, Brian? Sea Fox. Gorgeous hollow grind Magna Cut right there. Look at that. I love this thing, but it's like, I don't have a good, you know, I don't know. I just like holding it. If I was just using a daily carry for like just cutting tape and boxes and stuff, but this fixed blade I wouldn't really want to use in any type of bushcrafting or any situation, damage the handle or anything. But sometimes I could just have knives right here on my table, pick them up, enjoy them, set them down. I can have a few of those, right? Right. That RC1 stump's amazing. RC1. What's the RC1? Is that this? This, I thought these were all the F series. Yeah, F, RC, F1. Because, yeah, I remember it's like F1, F2, F3, F4. I thought this was just it. Yeah, it's RCF1. Yeah, RC is Rosecraft. So that, yeah, so it's RC, yeah. We're both right. This is the Rosecraft F1. RCF1. Same difference. I have not stumped it yet, but I like it. So we're going to test out the bushcrafting stuff for sure with these three. Maybe a little bit with this, but not as much. This is more of a carry user, so it kind of would sit more over in that kind of a scenario. But these three for sure are going to get some. You get my message on Insta. Oh, sure. Oh, you're talking to Brown Sugar. What? Boxing Russia? Don't know. I know my focus sucks ball. Really? I don't understand why you gotta be like that. I mean, there's nothing right here. How many times do I do this every live stream? Like every one. So this is cool. I like it. I would consider picking one of these up. Little spendy for the what I'd want to do with this. Be a daily user. KDK versus Mother Russia. Sure. Roxy 5 gets 9 and the ring with Russia, or is it Apollo Creed? Is that a thug? Which one? This? None of these are thugs. This is the new Jack Wolf Collusion. Rosecraft F1. This is the Rock Apex from HX Outdoors. This is the CRKT Nax. So it's the knife axe. It's the Razel version of the knife axe, which is a Nax. This is Jack Wolf, the Jack Wolf Collusion. And then the Kubi Dust Devil. But yeah, this is the new one from Jack Wolf. It is nice. It's got abalone, S90V, hollow grind, Warney. Good looking knife. No doubt about it. These I'm going to beat on. We are going to do some serious stuff with it. So, new knives is the topic. You're excited to try the steel on the HX? Which HX? Do you get one of that same one or a different one? I got this HX, the Rock Sapphire. Okay. Out of my world. Move over bacon. Alright, screen grab. Same one, cool. Okay. Research time. What are we buying next? Should I get a concept hazard? Let's look up some knives. What is it people are looking for right now? Do anybody want one of these? I do. This is one I'm looking at getting soon. Fook Duzo's wife is summoning. Have a great night, my man, Mr. Fook. Number 1, buddy. The Fixie in DC53. Yeah, they were talking about the other day, the DC53 is kind of a slightly better D2-ish. So the Tri-Stash V2s are coming out very soon. They are currently on a boat. Looks like there's going to be the black, the silver, the Ultem, and then the blue, the Tiffany blue. Which one would you get? That Tiffany blue does look nice, but I'm definitely... And I mean, the diamond, I really kind of like this too. The stone, the titanium diamond handles, very nice. 154 cm. That looks cool. But ultimately, I think I'm going to have to go with this, the piss. The full piss. Clip can be swapped for the lefties. If you have not handled a Tri-Stash, the V2 is about to drop. The V1's dropped. They did really well. It's a great knife. It's got a good feel. Tri-State made a nice design. It works really well. Check them out. Justin likes the Tiffany blue, but he's going to go for the dark mode. This is pissing me off. Oh. Wait, why did that... Wait, what? Oh, I see. Here's your dark mode. Is that green? It's got a little green collar. That's cool. PVD coated 154 cm, 61 to 62 HRC. And that really nice diamond texture. I do like the diamond texture titanium. It's going to be tough. Am I crazy for wanting the Ultem? And the V2 is a little bit larger than the V1. That is correct, Fred. Thanks for bringing that up. That is true. Which I don't mind that at all. I do like things a little bit larger. It will be the dark mode teal, they said. That's great. That's a nice little... So it's going to have that teal. Yeah, that would be cool. I do agree with that. Although if you anodize it, you can't really anodize. That teal isn't really an ideal color. Although I think that would be cool if that was the baby blue, and then put the baby blue on that little tab, and then on the clip. That would be pretty sweet. Ooh, and the back spacer. Yeah, I mean, Tri-State's photos are great, but they're all from the exact same angle. No offense, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, like this, what happened to like this, or like this, or like this, or like it's some, you know, give me some angles. Give me some angle of that dangle. That would look dope though, with the accents like that, with the green. That's still cool. I think that baby blue would look really sweet, but the green would be easier because you can anodize green. So if you had a backspacer and the ring and the clip was all titanium, it's easy to get green. And for $150, you're right, Kevin, that is a good price. 154 titanium, or even 154 quality made with the Ultem. Actually, the Ultem one I think is $10 cheaper too. It is. So the Ultem one and the Tiffany Blue G10 are $10 less at $139. I like the mustache on the pivot. Very cool. Big old T8 on the hardware. Looks like the clip is still 6. And the milling on the Ultem, I dig that. It's going to be great. That's my plan. Unless someone changes my mind, I'll be going right for this one. But they are on the boat from China, so they're on the way, so it could be another week or two or so. I just can't turn down titanium for $10 more. I don't know. In this aspect, I almost don't see it as only $10 more for titanium. I see it as it should be $20 less for the Ultem, right? If they're doing the titanium one for $150, I'd think the Ultem should be $120, $130. But I'm not complaining. It's still a great price, and I'll buy it. Go for it. Go for it. So, that is on my list. That is something I plan to order. Let's see what else I got in here. I was also looking at some slips. I really like this one. These Northwoods leather slips. I'm looking for a slip for my Gateway. So here's the Gateway right here. Great knife. Really happy with it. Gonna be a good user. Excellent half stop. Right? But I want a slip for it. So I was looking at slips. Of course, it's a Jack Wolf, so why wouldn't you look at the Jack Wolf slips? If you're interested in what I'm interested in, I'm kind of digging this. I like this extra wrap on the side right here. Sorry, can you see that? It's black. There's the arrow. But this little wrap, that's different on that edge right there. It's got the little groove cut on the top. I'm looking at maybe a slip similar to this or something, if anyone has any recommendations. This one, they do have one right here. It says the large fits the Gateway. So I am looking for a slip for the Gateway. Any recommendations I'm into. I was just kind of looking at Jack Wolf just because, it is a Jack Wolf kind of a fitting match. Don't really need the clip on there. I was just kind of looking for a smaller little slip. I kind of like these as well. I like the weathered look on this, where it's just kind of beat up in the middle. And then, anyone ever have lanyards on a slip? Do you like that? Do you not like that? Stitching. J1 doesn't have a dark mode anything, but I like the Ultem on the stash. I have this. This is the dark mode Tall Boy. So that'd be the one dark mode that I have. And I love my Tall Boy. Boom. Have Grizzle Bear Leatherworks make one. Ooh-wee. I have one. I have one right here. You can see the logo. Grizzle Bear. Boom. So I have one, but this one is sloppy for this knife. So I could order another one from them specifically for this. So yeah, Grizzle Bear is an option for sure. I got a couple other ones. I got this one from Rosecraft that I'll probably put a Rosecraft in. I got this one from Grizzle Bear. It's from SC Knife Monkey. But it's also not really the size or what I'm looking for this knife right here. But it's cool. I like the embossed stamp. It's kind of fun. And I don't remember where I got this one. This one came with some inexpensive knife once upon a time. Kind of a cheaper slip, but it is a slip. It's there. I thought I had a couple more. But again, my disorganization, I got stuff everywhere right now, so it's kind of throwing me off because I try to find stuff and it's like, where is it? I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm losing my mind, aren't I? Grizzle Bear, that's the 1931 Leatherworks. I have a Grizzle Bear, I thought. Yeah, my bad. I've been losing my mind. But yeah, that's 1931 Leatherworks. I don't know what I'm on right now. But you guys are right. You're right. My brain was... Because I have a Grizzle Bear. I have something from Grizzle Bear somewhere. And then I was thinking that's what I grabbed. But yeah, this is 100% the 1931 Leatherworks. When's his knife coming out? I want one. Hopefully soon. What's it called again? The Orlock. The Orlock. His Orlock should be coming out from concept hopefully soon. And that was one I will buy for sure. Orlock kind of has a Sparrow Strix blade, kind of with a big harpoon on it. Got to make sure the homies repped. 100%. It's my bad. I'm glad you guys caught me. It was a test, and you passed. Good job. I suck. Where's my Grizzle Bear leather crafting? Crap's everywhere. Okay. You did not send me the Orlock, Fred. I have not seen an Orlock prototype. You sent the Dylan prototype. The what's this called again? The Carix. The Carix. You have an Orlock prototype, Fred? The only time I've seen the Orlock was when we were in Texas. They didn't even have one in Atlanta. They didn't even have one. Justin just posted a link to... Come on. Get off of there. Skulls and Hides. Slips. Yeah, Fred, you've sent plenty of other stuff. So it all gets mixed up. But you have an Orlock prototype? You offered to let him use it in Atlanta? Why didn't they even have one in Atlanta is my question. Where was it? Like where'd it go? Okay, let's go back to here. So I'm looking for slips. I will be looking for some more slips. Anyone have recommendations for any slips? I'll go check them all out. And I'll be down to give some business to some of our good peeps, our good buds that we all know and stuff. Right? Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Good stuff. Mr. Designs. What were we looking at? Who brought me here? Alabama Damascus. Probably going to buy some steel from Alabama Damascus at some point. Looks like they make some nice blanks. But I got to make the ones I got first before we get into that. Here's that terrain flipper. Justin's going to be reviewing with Terravantium. Terravantium. I like the little harpoon spot right there out on the blade. Unnecessary yet cool. It's been on tour for 6 months. Good Lord, Fred. Help with Gadgets has the Orlock right now, then going to TKE. I'd love for them to be out in the market by then, but if they're not, you certainly can. But when they go on the market, I should be good to go to buy one. I don't even know what the price is on it. What's it going to be, I wonder? 152? I don't remember what they said the blade steel is going to be. Oak City leather. Oak City leather. I used to work at a restaurant called Oak City. What is what a different steel? What, Kevin? Oh, they make all their prototypes in 9CR, right? But I wonder what the actual blade steel is going to be. Hi, Kathleen. How are you today? How's the weather? It's been cold here the last couple days. Wore pants. Got my jeans on. Next week's going to be back up in the mid to upper 70s, so we're going to get hot again. It needs to be hot. I still have peppers in the ground that are green that haven't turned colors yet, and you need them to turn their oranges and their reds and their purples and stuff to pick them, and they're not ready. I need a few more weeks, so I'm hoping for some more heat for September so I can actually get my peppers done. They all went a little late today. They're all really good, but I mean, I have probably 20-30 peppers on 6-7 different plants, and I have a couple plants that have probably 30-40 flowers that will turn into peppers, but I'm going to have to bring them inside because it's probably going to get cold. A lot of super hots. I grow super hots for making sauce, and a lot of them, the pepper can take anywhere from 30 to 45 days to mature. So when you see a flower turn into a pepper, you still now have 30 to 45 days, which would put me into mid-October before those flowers are actual peppers. So I'm going to probably end up bringing them inside. Justin, I already brought it up. It's right here. Boom. Skulls and hides. We'll check that out in a little bit. Thank you. There's the Rock Apex, Rock Sapphire. Just got those. I am excited to kind of beat on this Apex. See how it does. I just did the video for the Evo 3.0. We might as well. We might as well. Right? I keep it in here all the time. Kevin Smith and Knives. I keep it in here. There's your card. But whenever I'm not handling it, it goes right back like this. Boom. Oh, sick. Sick. Right? Wow. Wow. Why must my focus suck? I'm hoping that when I use this new mount for my light, it's going to position it differently and make things better, potentially focus better, better light, better everything. What do I still have, Justin? This is from Kevin Smith and Knives. I've barely had a chance to even start Kevin's. He sent me 8 knives with the shelves that I wasn't aware he was going to do when I already had 5 different people's knives to go through. So yeah, I'm not even close to this. I'm going to be doing Kevin's over the weekend. Monsoon season, says Kathleen. Ick. Yeah, Kevin, this is my favorite. I mean, this is probably my favorite knife. Out of all the... Come on. This isn't here and this isn't here. Give me focus that I desire. And then I'm getting this shine that sucks. Whatever. Today's not my day. More worried about the clip. Fred, you texted me a pic? Oh, just now? Fred did some anodizing. Look at this. Oh, crystallized. Anodized some crystallized titanium. Nice. Where'd you do that? Did you buy some equipment? I have an Evo, the big one, whichever that is. I don't know for sure. Specific requests is all. No issues with... Wait, what? It's a rock texture. Okay, it looks like a piece of crystallized titanium in the photo. Looks great though, Fred. Good work. So did you buy stuff and start doing it, or did you have someone else's equipment you used, or what? Kevin says he likes the Herman as much, if not more. The 4.0 is smaller. So yeah, Donnie, if you have the bigger one, you have the 3.0. What's up, Taggin? So Kevin says he likes this more. So Fred's doing ano. He bought the setup, got the power source and a few Tupperwares and chemicals. Total cost was $80. Send me what power source you bought. $80? And chemicals? How much was the power source? That's awesome, Fred. So here's the Herman from Kevin Smith and Knives. Gorgeous. Boom. That's awesome, Fred. Yeah, definitely send me the link to the one you bought, because the ones I was pricing were definitely... I think the cheapest one I was looking at that I was interested in was like $300. Do you have I'll look at it when you send it. Does it have? Can you ramp it up at a specific speed? Can you adjust how it goes up to the voltage settings you want? That sounds for $80. That's crazy. Who likes a Herman in their life? It's nice. Feels great. I won't be buying. Yeah. Yeah, I know you can. You can. Boom. Donnie says his was 120 to 150. Yeah. You know, the ones that I use at work are like 1,000. They're really nice. And so the ones that I was looking at were like 300. $80. So Paul or Fred, can you control the speed at which it ramps up to the voltage that you want, or does it just go to that voltage? Like mine, I can put it in and say, oh, I want it to get to this specific voltage, but I want it to go to it immediately. Or I want it to ramp up to it in a period of 20 seconds. So then it'll slowly bring it up. Like, can you control the speed at which it increases? Huh. Interesting. Because if they can make it for that, you know, what? Set voltage, set amp, and it takes the time it takes. Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, it's like, well, why is the ones that I use at work $1,000? If you lower the ampage, it takes longer, right? Okay, but I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between $1,000 machine and a $80 machine? You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess it's like I could buy it, check it out. For that price, I'm probably going to do it. You know what I mean? The other thing is the chemicals, but yeah, I don't know. I'm used to having, when I go do it at work, it's professional systems. So the Wink and everything, we have huge vats that are run, and we have rinses and stations, and you can go in and you soak it in here and you bring it over and dip it in this and go over and rinse. Yeah, multi-etch. I don't even know exactly the chemicals, but again, when I work at a place that's high end, doing major people that just anodize all day long. Interesting. But I've also watched videos that guys that just chain 9-volt batteries to get the exact voltage that they want. It's like, oh, well, I use 9 for this color and I use 12 in a row for this color or whatever. So there's something in between for everything. But it's like when I have the ability to use the stuff at work. Yeah, Donnie, the kids and stuff that work there and they're doing it, the clothes that they wear, they get holes in them. There's stuff that's like, you don't want to get that on anything. We have this stuff that you can put on your skin if you burn your skin. It's not good stuff. And as I said, this is for fun. This is for fun. Right. But what I'm thinking about is like when I do like fades and stuff, where you have it in the solution, and it's ramping up from one color, and so you get to blue and it starts shading, and as it's changing you can kind of remove it and control like a fade and stuff. But depending on the speed at which it ramps up, you have less control over that. And if you want to get like transitional colors, you should be worried. Anything with hydrofluoric acid is really not good. I've never got any of it on me. But yeah, eating your bones, that's crazy stuff. I'm always extra careful with stuff that it's even not necessary. When I've done some acid etch, I got some ferric chloride and stuff here, and I'm overly cautious with it. Probably to a fault, but I mean, it's almost impossible to be too cautious, right? Colganate cream. Buy it. Colganate. And you just soak your whole body in it. Is that how that works? All right. Come on. Don't pour it down a sink either. Have you used gator piss for etching? I have not. Multi-etch is more expensive but less caustic. That's good to know. All right, let's look up what is new over at the Concept World right now. New releases. Main Street. What's new about it? Oh, it's rose gold. The Nico was the one that they won the award for, I believe. And there's that Hazard Bali, little weird looking block. That's a fun one, but weird. Concept Nahual. Lots of crossbar locks going on. What's everyone think about the Nahual? I like that blade shape. It's a little stubby, huh? 3-inch MagnaCut blade. Shredded carbon fiber. This has got the same style as my Fenrir. Ooh, the dark mode. Arctic Storm fat carbon. I really like when they've got the dark and then it has this white. It's like they've knocked down the edge and like you kind of remove the coating. That kind of beat up look. I dig that. Belgium block. Interesting. Yeah, this does kind of remind me of the Orlock, but different. It's kind of a stubby Orlock. Main Street, Fenrir crossbar with S35. Couple Model 6s. Anything new? Kosami. This kind of looks like he's ripping off our boy Donnie a little. It's actually not a bad looking knife. Ooh. Maybe like that. I don't know. I like this on the handle. I don't know if I like it on the blade. What do you think? That one's kind of fun. Rose gold coated with the black wash titanium. Yeah, it's an interesting button lock, but only flipper tab. Ugh, I don't like that. Just click me all the way back. I do like the Loki. It's a cool looking knife. What's different with this one? Odd 21. Ken Fix loves that knife. Here's KC's Thunderhead. Couple fixies. Nothing crazy. Same stuff. Chimera's kind of a plain Jane. Some Thunderheads in the back here. In stock. Looking for a Thunderhead. KC's build design. Would have got the Kosami, but it's a plunge. The new Odd 21 is DLC coded. Okay. Oh yeah, mirror DLC. And then this silver collar, that's kind of a weird choice. The white collar with the gold and then the DLC. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I like this DLC. I like the gold in there, but that ring, yeah. They did it on this one too. It looks like an eyeball or something, like a googly eye. But that looks great. Just get rid of the white. Looks like they all, no, see, this is the gold. It should just be a gold pivot. Make it the gold, or the gold ring. I think that would look better. Everyone has their own. That ring might be gold. That right there, that looks pretty silver. That would be the weirdest reflection to turn gold to that kind of a silver when this gold is all gold. Takes the right combo. It could be a bad picture, but that's a terrible picture. No, that's silver, bro. I would bet that's silver and it looks terrible. It might look better live, but yeah, this picture, it just sticks out. It's like, why? It's cool. It's a great knife. Glad I was able to get that one for our boy Ken. Okay, so that's the new releases coming soon. Already here, already here, already here. That's what we're looking for. Something that doesn't even have a price. Estimated release in October. I don't know if I like that. Tiny little flipper tab. What do we think about that thing? And what's this? Magnetar? Yeah, baby. I always worry though about getting lock sticking up by a thumb on the lefty flick out. That's a pretty cool looking knife though. How big is it? Overall length 6.38. Oh, it's a little tiny chode. At least it's not a crossbar lock. Tiny crossbar locks don't work. Why is that? Look at this. That was weird. What else should we look up? What's up, Charlie? What are you up to? Just trying to come up with some cool new knives to buy. I haven't bought much recently, and I'm looking for some recommendations. Actually, I want to look at Sencut. You guys know about Sencut? Coming soon. The Vornix. That's fun. Is that a hollow grind? I bet it is. What do you all think about Sencut? So that's the only coming soon. Let's look at some new arrivals. Skelfin, kind of long, thin, slide ball, bolts. Yeah. Anything tripping anybody's trigger? Another crossbar. Kind of like the shape of the handle. Squiggy. Little chonker. Now this I like, the Awasi. I would take that. What is it? 9CR 18, $45. I think I've got, what is this one? Chiral. I have the Chiral. They're similar. Guess this is a little more boxy. Where's my Chiral at? Here. That's the Chiral out of focus. Man, why? I did the, careful, the apricot die on this one. Flipper tab only on the Chiral. So that's a difference. Looks kind of like a penguin. Penguin is... Penguin. No, there's no little groove right here. Or very, very minimal groove right here. Pretty squared on the back. There's a nub back here. And then it's pretty blunt. So this one definitely has more curve out on the tip. They're kind of similar. This Awasi definitely has more of a finger groove and a tighter, or a round, more longer rounded tip on the blade. I kind of like that though. I like your, Stacy's got a blacked out Chiral. I like the Chiral. I think the Chiral is a fun knife. My apricot Chiral. Simple, just a flipper tab, feels good in the hand, nice choke up, smaller knife. That's one of the reasons I like Sencut. They're kind of a no nonsense. I need to put this Herman away. What am I doing? Doing stuff over the top of this Herman. I don't want to put a scratch on a knife that's that awesome, but it's not mine to scratch. If it's mine and I scratch it, I can be like, well, you're an idiot. But if it's someone else's, I feel more obligated to take care of it. And in that case, how do you take care of it? Buy another one? Good kicking it, Dank, and all. Time to eat with the bro. Catch up on the flip side. Right on, Donnie. Appreciate you. You do some great work. Look forward to talking to you soon. Let's message each other and plan it for like next week or whatever. I think that would be great. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of fun knife building and modifying discussion. Donnie, everyone. The Blessed Knives Master. One more time for him. Pow. Look at this. Lefty. It's so smooth. It's just dumb. It's, I mean, in a good way, but how? What? Why? Who? Huh? Donnie for the win. For the win. Most def. Yeah, we'll talk to you over the weekend, Don. Sencut Owasi. I think I'm going to order one of these. $45. Good price. I like the budget knives as far as checking them out, reviewing them. It does have a Jaborsha wood one. And then the black. I think I'm going to go with this neutral blue. Anyone object? The Blessed Knives Ripley. Buy one if you can. He's making more cool stuff now. Okay, so back out of the Owasi. Oh, I hate it when they do that. If I'm in the Owas. Okay, so these were the, what were these? The new arrivals. I'm not really a fan of any of these longer one. I kind of like the Squiggy. Because it's a chunk. How long's the handle? .46. Yeah, baby. It's a pig. It's like the Sencut, what's that one? Pantera. So new arrivals, bestsellers. Yep. I mean, is there a Sencut that I've been missing out on that I haven't thought about in the bestsellers list? Sidus. Bront. I need to get another Arc Blast. The Arc Blast is a really nice. Yeah, there's the Pantera. The Fantara. Arc Blast was great. I had one of these with the nice laser mark on it. Ended up selling that one. Figured I'd just buy another one, but I never did. Crowley's great. Slashkin. Okay, I'm not really missing anything. I knew they had a couple others that came out not terribly long ago. All right, what other companies can we look at before the end of the day here? Anyone thoughts? Looking for new knives. I'm definitely going to go for that. New arrivals. Fager. Civivi MDRN. It's kind of an interesting fixed blade with that tail end. There's the Guile. Loving my Guile. I need to dye my Guile. I need to dye my guy. What color are we going to do? I haven't settled on anything yet. What color should we do the Guile? It's probably one of my most recent purchases. I know it's my most recent Civivi. And I'm pretty happy with it. Natterjack. Look at this ugly thing. But I kind of like it. Oh, God. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? Yikes. I really like the Schalke, too. This is dumb. Why wouldn't you do this, too? I mean, look at this folder. Huge handle, and the handle folds into itself into this fillet knife. Checked them out. Ed Blade Show. Pretty dang cool. $134 though. Not that it's not worth it. You know, but yeah. Not much over at Civivi. KB Knives? You mean Kubi? Or K? Okay, what was I looking at? The Zephyr? YR. And no results. Is the Zephyr for somewhere else? Or are you talking about this? This is the Zephyr. I still haven't had it. This is the one I gotta get the info from you from, I guess, maybe? Oops. Oh, my index finger was in the way for that. Bow. Is this the one you're talking about, Fred? Because this knife is really cool. I love it. Great choke up, great feel. It's an integral. Yeah, I'll find out in the next day or so, Fred, if there's any other info I need for the rest of the knives. Boom. This thing is sick, though. No doubt about it. KB, okay, new model. What's Stacy? Blade HQ Spyderco? Folding Spike. Fang. Urban Dagger, that's wild looking. Love the Vagrant. Koyas. Wow. I love that pattern on there. Oof. My Koyas is still in pieces. That's like die project number 30 or whatever that never got done. The one that never got done? Yeah. That one. Good looking stuff. There's the Eclipse. Right there. $350. All right. Stacy. Trying to make my way down the chat. My bad here. Spyderco Shaman compression lock knife orange micarta is gorgeous. Wow. That handle, that micarta is incredible. Did I click it twice? I did. I just want that micarta when I start making handles. It's awesome. How does it weather and wear in too? That looks great. $295 for the Shaman. But do they make a lefty version of it? Why won't you let me? Scroll over. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, one of these days I want to get a compression lock, but I want to get one that's a lefty. And if I can't do it in lefty, it's kind of you know what I mean? I love this though. That orange micarta, I just want to start buying that. Anybody have a good link to places to buy micarta? Preferably colors like that. Micarta is one of my favorites, so I could definitely use it a lot. Just got a Spyderco Para 3 and CPM 10V with a tan micarta. Actually really fan of the color and like the micarta. I need a Para 3 and a paramilitary too. Dude, all micartas just the weirdest, the simplest. Like this one on my Drop Bear utility. It's like ugly brown. Yeah, I'll ask Nail Trail Dale for sure. But even this brown micarta, I just dig it. I like dirty micarta. I actually am not liking this green one as much. It's kind of just getting kind of less interesting. So I may make new ones for it. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those personal preferences that might change over time. Yeah, I don't know if I like especially that. Being a Jason guy, I can tell you this is, that Jason looks comically humorous. He looks like he's like, oh, hey, and tilt back, hey guys. Like, no, that's not Jason. That was a bad choice. But what I was getting at is I don't know if I care for like the stamps on them as much, like the wild stamps. I kind of subtle. These are all about the stamp on it. Now that I can get, but it's kind of ugly up close. But like just the back, like see this? Give me one where it's like this on the front and the back and doesn't have any wild, weird skulls and hides stamps on it. I know that Jack Wolf had the Jack Wolf logo on there, but at least the Freddy's, they picked a classic Freddy shot at least. Like they are really into these stamps though. Guys, see what I'm saying though as far as the camera's on me, not the screen. My bad. My bad. This is what I was looking at. So the Jason image, that's not a good Jason image. I'm not talking bad about the company, but this Jason image is too friendly and laid back. He's never stood like that and looked like that's just a bad Jason image. Classic Pennywise. See, that's at least the standard look. But they have all these, they're all like stamps. So let me show you what I was talking about before. So here was that Paisley one I was looking at where I was like, kinda don't like it as much. But see the back of this right here. So if you made a slip where it was like this on the back and the front and no skull and crossbones stamp or anything like that, just a natural looking material, I would like that way more. Here's the Freddy. See, it's not terrible. That's a good Freddy image. But see, look at the back side. Give me one where the back side and the front side are like that. I'd prefer that. So those are their premiums. Oh, am I going to have to do this? I hate that. Budgeted and discounted. Oh, there's just 3. Closeout sale on some Hanks. Coin slips, wallet pouches. Yeah. What's Stacy got here? Oh, yeah. Dustin's so cool. Dustin's the designer of the Beast. It doesn't even say that on here. This is the Artisan Cutlery Folding Knife Gray Titanium. This is the Artisan Cutlery Beast. Designed by Dustin. It doesn't even say that. It's a limited White Mountain Knives exclusive version of the Beast. Beest. I'm surprised they don't say that on there though. The Beast is great. CJRB Maximal. Copper. That's a hog. That's a huge surface for doing some shipwreck. I like that. How big is this though? Is it short? Oh, it's short. 6.89. Handles, the handle's 4. So that's not terrible. It's when you have a crossbar lock and a 3-inch handle, I'm cutting my palm on it. No doubt about it. But I'm definitely always looking for a big piece of copper or brass for shipwrecks. That would be cool. All right, so White Mountain Knives coming soon. Kaiser Spitfire. Ooh, man, if they made a lefty version of this. Yeah, I like that diamond pattern on that Vagrant. Man, that is so cool. I would take that, but I need a lefty. Ooh, the Nanner. But if you gotta get the Nanner though, you gotta do it right. You gotta do it right. Unripened Nanner. Yeah, Stacy, you got me right. You pinned me. You got me pegged. It's a cool looking knife, and copper is sweet. And as long as it's not too short, I can handle a crossbar. For sure. It's a good suggestion. Yeah, Nanner is cool, but definitely the unripened Nanner is better. PMP Ultimate Alpha Beast, sure, $500. Get two. Yeah, here's the beast. I almost think I like the gold better. Almost. The new shape of blades on the new drop bears, I might have to get one of those too. I've already got several drop bears, but ooh, the Finch Widowmaker. That's kind of fun. Finch makes some sweet stuff. I want to get the Finch, shoot, I can't remember what it's called now. Next. Knock knives. So many crossbars. Oh, if Vosteed would just... Yeah. Kubi Hamster. What? It's the hamster. 7.83. 14C. Give me some better picks. What in the hell? Oh, why do I like it? Because I do. Out of stock. Come on, don't make me scroll back to where I was. Notify me. These are all out of stock. What are we looking at out of stock knives for? Movie themed Kaiser Assassin. Look at that. Whew. That's pretty wild. This is our way. I tell ya. Things they do. Things they do. It's a sway back. Yeah, I can't afford my taste either. I want to like this, but I won't be looking at it. Unfortunately, I have moral standards. When you get treated like crap, you know, what do? You move on. You move on. Well, we've done it. We've done something. Stay tuned. Exciting stuff on the channel. Really getting going. Getting some stuff. Getting wild. After looking at this, I may just be buying myself an anodizing machine sooner than later. We'll see, I guess. I guess that's the only... The problem is the anodizing stuff that I don't have access to anymore, like I did, is in another building. Well, the laser machines aren't in that building. When I was there, I could laser something, we could go over, we could anodize it, we could go straight back, and then we could laser removal, and then go back and anodize it all in one room in minutes, because they're right next to each other. Well, now we're in buildings miles away, so I can laser mark removal, but then we have to now take it to the other building when I can get in, when I can schedule it, and then get done, and then have to now take it back to the other building to laser mark. It sucks. So buying something, like I said, I was pricing it out. It was $300, $400, $500 by the time I was done. Fred just got some stuff and did it for less than $100. You know. I might have to start looking into that. Then, I mean, if I get one of those and get a laser marker in-house at home, with that exact power source, Kevin. Because like I said, I'm spoiled in that I have vats that are filtered and vents and huge containers of all the chemicals. I have $1,000 plus anodizing machines that have micro dials and settings on absolutely everything you could possibly want. So when I started looking into it, I was looking for things that had at least this option, and this option, which then put me into a power source that was like at least $300 or more. As I said, I've seen people take 9-volt batteries and connect them together and say, oh, 8 of them makes purple and 12 of them makes green, you know, and everything in between. So, I don't know. It depends. I'm also the type where, like, if I'm going to buy something and I look at it and I'm like, this one costs $100, this one costs $150, this one costs $250. What are the pros and the cons? It's like the CNC machine. When I was looking into that, the CNC, it's like, oh, well, you can get a cheap one, but what's going to happen is it's going to get hotter, so then you have to run it slower, which then takes more time. And so then you want to cut this out, and then it takes you 3 hours to cut it out. Then I was like, oh, well, you can spend a lot of money and get this liquid-cooled one that now it doesn't overheat, so you can run it faster. So then that 3-hour part only takes you 6 minutes. And then in those 6 minutes, it didn't even get hot. So you didn't actually put any wear and tear in that type of a scenario to the motor, where in the ones that run are hotter, after so much use, it's going to fry that motor out, and you're going to have to buy a new motor, and now you've bought a $100 one, now there's another one, is another $200, and now that one goes out. Whereas if you would have spent more, got the better one, it'll last longer. Thanks for the great company and fellowship. Y'all take care, stay aware, and know you're loved. Right on, Stacy. Talk to you soon. And so, yeah, I was looking at I don't want to do the 9-volt version. You know, I would prefer that, since I have access to really nice equipment, limited access now, or has been for a while, that, you know, I feel like I wouldn't be happy with the super, you know, if I didn't have certain options, is what I'm thinking about. Most important thing to get good results is make sure it's clean, right? Yeah, we have the ultrasonics, so like we take it and we put it in the cleaner for 5 minutes, then we put it in a rinse, and then you can etch it, get it ready, and then do the ano, and then, you know, like we have all that high-end stuff there, that it was like, to me, to do it at home, I'm only exposed to that, versus, you know, at home it's like now you're using different things and different chemicals and blah 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 blah. But at that price, if you can get some decent results, I may look into that. But I still need to laser, because like what I'm doing, like, you know, laser removal, laser ano. Will they let you schedule time? Not really, because it's the building's a lockdown, and so on my day off is Saturday and Sunday, and the building's not open on Saturday and Sunday. So I only can go there during the week when someone else is there, and then I can only do it when the machines aren't being used. So it becomes availability, that time, and my time, all in like the 9 to 5 work week. It just makes it difficult. It's possible, but I lose like the last time I did it, I left work. So I basically, instead of getting my 8-hour day, I got a 6.5-hour day and then left. You know, so it's like I'm not getting it. Whatever. Here we are. Here we are. If I can get something going for a couple $100 though, whew, I might do that. That sounds fun. Plus, I want to do some wild, wacky stuff that I can't do at work. Where, like, experimenting with different chemicals and things, where you could just maybe get some funky, splotchy results or something, where I add resists or don't clean it the same way, or, you know, just different things I like to do where I can't alter the chemicals that they're using to do so, versus when I'm at home, I can be like, well, I could waste this container and we could just dump some stuff in. Let's dump some oil in there and do it and just swish it. And just see, you never know. Sometimes you got to experiment with some craziness to come up with some stuff. So maybe I do need to pick it up so I can get more with the craziness. Good session. Holy God, 9:17. We're only going till 9. What just happened? Squirrel. That's it. That's all. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm out. Yeah, please check out the videos, like, subscribe, help my algorithm. If you can like some of my videos and leave some comments, go to the shorts. I do the short. Who's still in here? Let's do it right now. I don't care. Membership gifting. Send 5 now. Boom. Extra special for the people that are here. But yeah, I do shorts with my daily pocket check, and then I ask what you're carrying. If you want to help out the channel, it costs you nothing to do. You can go into those shorts once a day and like the short, and then leave a comment with what you're carrying that day, and that will boost the algorithm a little bit. I don't ask for much, but if you do want to help out, obviously you can become a member and help out that way. But if you want to do stuff for free, watch some videos, like some videos, leave some comments, check out some of those shorts, and that would be a great way for anyone to help quickly. Just once a day, go in, watch my daily pocket check, and then leave a comment on what it is you're carrying that day, and that should help boost it a little bit. We're all trying to grow here and have some fun. I love the channel, love doing it. I'm excited for this fall now that I'm able to get into some stuff. So who got the memberships? Thanks again, Kevin, for buying some earlier as well. Stephen Johnson, Cat Scratch, Help with Gadgets, my man Smock, and Flo all got a monthly membership there. Congratulations. Guess I'm a lucky duck today, Smock. No doubt. I wish there were notifications on the shorts. Yeah, they don't really do that, do they? Well, I do post them every day. I'm on day 730, 720 something. 720 days in a row I've done a daily pocket check at short. There's been a couple where I missed it that day. I did it, but then I didn't get it posted, and I posted it the next day. But I've been pretty much, have hit every single day. They can be hard to find, yeah. We should all do that. Just go into everyone's channel once a day. Pop open everyone's channels, and then boom. I'll tell you what I got here. I just got here. Who are you? Stevia? Robo Steve. Yeah, bud, we're winding down here. I ended at 9, and here we are at 9:21. Last chance, Robo, before we go. I'm looking at buying some new knives. What's a new knife coming out soon that you're interested in that you want to get? Besides the Tri-Stash. I'm already on that one. Go. Something spider code. What's he gonna say? Oof. Can you switch the thumb stud to the other side? Could you put thumb studs that are on both sides on one of these? On the K-bar doors? I don't like the single side thumb stud. I think that's kind of... I'm not a fan. Robo just bought a Finch, so you're good for a while. I know nothing. Finch is nice, though. Finch has been making some cool stuff. I definitely have some more Finches that I would like to buy, pick up, get. All right, we're shutting it down. SC Knife Monkey catching it at the end there, bud. Hope they release the snub nose soon. Good to see you, though, Monkey. We were talking about you earlier for a bit. All good. Everybody have a great night, though. Thank you all for hanging out. Much appreciated. Fun live. Ramping up for some fun stuff and really going to hammer down full time on this bad boy. Well, got my other full-time job, too. But, yeah. Solid stuff. Always good to talk to all of you. Thank you all so much for being involved, participating, having a good time. Love the knife community. I love focus. Give me the focus. Stay sharp, y'all. We'll see you soon.